Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Wednesday and the Feds just dropped their interest rate just like we assumed it would be, 75 basis points. So it's going to bring a lot of hurt to a lot more people in this world right now. People are already suffering and it could have been worse. A lot of people were predicting 1% and I was leaning between 75 to 100 basis points. So anyway, that is that. And like I said yesterday, the rates will continue to just go up from here, and inflation is not coming down anytime soon. So this is something that we all need to prepare for, because inflation is here to stay for a long while. Another thing thought I would touch on really quick is I call it sprinkling love. And what I mean by that is there will be footage after this video that I did, segment that I did record between applicants. Yes, I am still keeping busy. And yes, we are still getting people approved that their debt to ratio, they have anywhere between 770 and 800 FICOs, so it's A paper. But if they want to pay it, what can we do? So it's their choice. The thing is, back to sprinkle the love. I think what Governor Abbott and Governor DeSantis is doing is it's wonderful. I want to voice that I do not blame the people that are coming to America. They want a better life. I get it. The problem is, I don't know who she was. She was a African American lady in New York City. I don't know, she was a mayor or whatever. She was obviously in some political ranking there. And she was angry and she was saying, we do not have the infrastructure here in New York like Texas does. Well, newsflash, Texas does not have the infrastructure to be taking on 4 million people at their border. And so we basically, that we know of, have around 4 million people that's came across since the Brandon administration. Now, I'm going to be the first to say that America does not have, we don't have the infrastructure, okay? Not only are we getting people, they're emptying their jail cells, that's been proven, it's fact. We are getting people from Hades, every other country, criminals, fentanyl is pouring. So America does not have the infrastructure to take on all these people. And, we do not have secure borders. And the fact that our VP has basically never been to the border, they're not addressing it. We have criminals pouring across our border every day. And it's a serious issue. And now the migrants were talking about suing Governor DeSantis for sending them to Martha's Vineyard. Isn't it funny how all of a sudden their tune changes when they're at Martha's Vineyard? They didn't want them there. But these are the people that support open borders. Well, you can't expect, other states to welcome them if you're not going to welcome them. So it's a big problem that is going unaddressed. And I hope and continue that Governor DeSantis and Governor Abbott continue to bus them to these Democrat states, right? So we know that they were sending them to Brandon's, Delaware, where he lives, or his hometown. So I think it's good. It's back to the inflation really quick. I'm going to end it because I've got a lot of work to do today and some Zoom meetings. But just really prepare people, because again, it's going to cause more economic pain in your wallet, and everything is going to continue to go up. So I wish you all a great Wednesday, the best that you can. Keep your heads up. I know it can be difficult at times. I know people are hurting and are struggling right now. And, like I said in yesterday's video, we have people working overtime, double time, just there's so many shortages that every hospitals, law enforcement, nurses, schools. And I wish all of you a great Wednesday. Keep safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel. Crime is escalating, and it is no joke. Until next time, take care and God bless.
See a negative next to the Dow. Okay, so it looks like the Dow turned lower on the news. The S&P 500 is also lower on the move. So we're watching the reaction. The Fed did agree to raise interest rates 3/4 of a basis point. That was in line with Wall Street expectations. Remember Larry Kudlow saying, let's rip the Band-Aid off to a full point. Jay Powell clearly not deciding to do that. And now you've got markets reacting to what was an expected move, with the Dow moving lower by 100 points. It looks like okay, now you see the red tick there, John. That's what I was looking for on the intraday chart. It does show that there's a negative reaction there, but we'll keep talking.
So let me just offer a quick little sophomoric analysis here. I think the reason why it was down was because investors weren't sure if he was going to go for 75, or as Larry Kudlow saying, rip the Band-Aid off with more. Now that it's 75, it looks like the market's coming back somewhat.
Well, look, the fact that there was even a chance he might go a full point was spooking markets a bit. JP Morgan, in the minutes leading up to this, had raised the possibility of a full point hike to $25 now, more than last year, just to pay for inflation, working more, 70 hours a week. Some families, an all-time high, working 2 full-time jobs a week now, living paycheck to paycheck, 60% of the population.
Yes.
I want to pop the Dow up because we just got this major decision by the Federal Reserve that has been tasked to tame that 40-year high inflation. Markets are selling off here. They're down 225 points since the Fed just announced another interest rate hike, Senator. So are they going to be able to get this under control? Should they have been more aggressive?
Well, Sandra, I think we are in a very precarious position as it relates to our economy. The truth is that as the Fed continues to use their biggest tool in the toolbox, it's just not enough to slow down this inflationary effect that we're seeing throughout the economy. And I would suspect that next month will be much like this month, much like last month. The truth is 75 basis points is the best they could have done. We're already in a recession. More than half this country has less than $1,000 in their savings account. The truth is, Sandra, as a kid who grew up in a single-parent household, I will tell you, when my mom pulled up to the gas pump and gases are 50 or 60% higher, that was a crisis in our lives. We were looking for nickels and quarters and dimes to put gas in the car to get to work. People misunderstand what's happening in America because they spend too much time in Washington and too little time in Summerville, South Carolina, or in Anderson, South Carolina. This is a challenge, and it's not going away.
What's happening in their own backyard? They're talking about it. Once we finish the fiscal year, we're going to talk about somewhere between 4.5 to 4.9 million individuals that have come to the border. If you call that a secure border, I don't know what it is.
All right, so let's put that up on the screen because we did the math here. Over the last 2 fiscal years, fiscal year 21, fiscal year 22, and estimated gotaways, right now, 4.8 million people have crossed that border, and if the trend continues, it'll be probably 5 million people in the last 2 years. That's an extraordinary number.
It is, and let's be clear, those gotaways, that's what we know of, that's what we detected, and that's what we weren't able to apprehend. There's a large number that we do not detect and that we don't apprehend. But going back to what Ann McGuire said, I'm appreciative of what Governor Abbott is doing because it's shining the spotlight on the issue, and that's exactly what he wanted to do.
Yeah, all right. Brandon, it's great to see you in town. I hope that your travels